All right, guys, so we're going to pick up where we left off, and we're talking about direct quoting and specifically about in-text citations because in-text citations are a very important piece of using a direct quote. We're going to start with this question. What if the source has no page numbers? If you go on the internet and you say you download an article from like CNN or Fox News or something like that, there may not be a page number on that site. So many of those online places do not have page numbers. So printer pages don't count because not all printouts give the same page numbers. So if I print it out at home and you print it out at school, they might not be the same numbers. So if a source has no page numbers, just use the author's last name in the parentheses. That's all you need. Pretty straightforward. So what if I use the author's name in the signal phrase? We talked about this a little bit before, but you don't need to have their name in the citation if you use their name in the signal phrase. Just use the page number. So if there's no page number, you won't have an internal citation. Remember, especially if it's an online source. So check out this example. The A&E Network announced Friday it was resume filming Duck Dynasty with Phil Robertson and the rest of his family next spring in a reversal of its decision last week to suspend him for comments he made about homosexuality. Todd Starnes of Fox News reports. As you can see, this was from a website. It's probably from Fox News, the website, and it was Todd Starnes was the author. But on the website, we probably didn't have a page number to use. And since we used his name in our signal phrase here, we don't even need a citation at all because, number one, we don't have a page number, and number two, we already used his name here. Can an organization be the author? Yes, it can. When the author is a corporation or an organization, name that author either in the signal phrase or in the parentheses. Examples. According to a 2001 survey of human resources managers by the American Management Association, more than 3/4 of the responding companies reported disciplining employees for misuse or personal use of office telecommunications equipment. Okay, as you can see there, we have a corporation that is an author. We didn't need to say their name in the in-text citation because we said it in the signal phrase, so all we needed here was the page number. In a 2001 survey of human resources managers, more than 3/4 of the responding companies reported disciplining employees for misuse or personal use of office telecommunications equipment. So here's an example. We didn't use their name in the signal phrase here, so we had to put the corporation's name in the in-text citation with the page number. What if there's no author, no individual, no organization? First, do some detective work. If you find a source that has no author, it may not be a good source to use. A good example is Wikipedia. Wikipedia doesn't necessarily tell you who wrote what, because anybody can get in there and edit it. Now, they have good filters for that, but anyone can go in and edit a Wikipedia article. So do some of that detective work first. Make sure it's actually a good source. Look at it. Is it .org, .com, .edu? .edu, or .org are usually the better ones. Sometimes you just got to dig a little bit and figure out who the author is. Sometimes you can go around on their website and go to About and maybe see that there's one person who writes all the articles or something like that. Or maybe if you just keep scrolling up and down the page, you'll find something that'll help you. But do a little homework there. Still no luck? Either use the complete title in the signal phrase or use a short form of the title in the parentheses. So there's an example down at the bottom. A popular keystroke logging program operates invisibly on workers' computers, yet provides supervisors with details of the workers' online activities. So automatically is the shortened version of the title that we're using in our in-text citation. Titles of books, magazines, newspapers, and websites are italicized. Titles of articles are put in quotation marks. Remember this. This is an easy way to lose points on your essay. If you just italicize something that shouldn't be italicized, put something in quotes that shouldn't be in quotes, and you really don't do any bolding in MLA format. So avoid most of that bolding. I don't think you need it at all for this essay. What if we have 2 or 3 authors? A lot of books, especially professional books, you can look at some of the ones that are behind my desk here. A lot of them have multiple authors. And so how do you cite a book like this? Or how do you cite a source online that was written by several authors? Here's how you do it. For 2 or 3 authors, name the authors in a signal phrase, as in the following example, or include their last names in the parenthetical citation. So if we're reading a book by Kiza and Sanyu, then this right here, is how you would want to do it for an in-text citation. However, if you're going to use their names in the signal phrase like this, you don't want their names in the in-text citation. So Kiza and Sanyu note that employee monitoring is a dependable, capable, and very affordable process of electronically or otherwise recording all employee activities at work and elsewhere. And of course, we have the page number there, but we don't need their names there because we mentioned it in the signal phrase. When 3 authors are named in the parentheses, separate the names with commas. You guys know how to list stuff. You've been doing that for a long time. It's just like when you're listing something. Comma after the first one, comma after the second one, the word and then the last person. Okay, we're going to stop here for a second, and we'll come back with one more video that will finish this off. It's a good place to stop. Check your work, make sure you have everything you need, and we will move on.